So, as you can tell, there is not a message of the divine love. It is Wednesday afternoon. It is about half an hour before I need to run the Spark the Heart meeting for the day. And I want to be able to be as present as I can be for them. So, I've chosen not to rush through this week's messages of divine love. However, as a little gift to you, for sticking in with me and being patient with me as I figure out my schedule. And I just am balancing way too many things all at once. I don't do just one thing. I am going to do like a little side by side of me making the messages of divine love in the graphics. This is often where things start getting downloaded to me. And so I will go in and sometimes make notes. Um, but I just wanted to explain a little bit of my process to you. So what you see here is Forever Snowfall. This is last week's Messages of Divine Love. I usually don't even set this theme until after I get everything in. I was going to put a little, yeah, resist your inner Edmund. I think all of us could relate to that. So here we go. We're going to start with this. This week's messages come from the Tarot of the Unified Consciousness. Oh, Unifying Consciousness. That's right. So let's see. So we had the Magician in the middle last week. This week we have the Four of Pentacles. Four of Pentacles is not my favorite card for lots of different reasons, not the least of which is he's just kind of a stick in the mud. Um, Here, I feel like he's blinded by the worries of money and by the logic of it. And so very often he's going to be making decisions from his mind, which is not a bad thing, but it is also like he's not always seeing the possibilities because his vision is clouded by the materiality of what is there. So that is giving me root chakra impressions right now. So we're going to move this. I just kind of pick it up and drop it. If all you can see is your survival, you're missing the bigger picture. And I feel like that's a very root chakra issue. This is not necessarily even a bad card. It's just a warning that we need to be looking beyond what is materially available to us. God, I cannot say that today. Let's say King of Swords there. So I'm just going to warn you, all the rest of these cards are not my favorites, for lots of different reasons. So we have the Three of Cups reversed here. And I'm feeling like someone is two-faced. They keep serving you the same disappointment over and over and over. And that feels a little bit more like Four of Cups energy, but here the Three of Cups is just really begging at the like eternal dissatisfaction of things, specifically like friendships. I just feel like there's been someone who's kind of been playing you false and making you chase your tail to please them in ways that they don't deserve. They don't deserve that kind of satisfaction, you know? So, two-faced friends keep us chasing our tails. And I'm on the fence about this, about whether it's a sacral chakra issue or a heart chakra issue, because both to me are coming through in this, but I feel like it's sacral chakra a little bit more because it's this sense of betrayal that you kind of feel down in your gut a little bit. Um, that doesn't hurt in the heart so much as like it makes you question yourself. And it keeps us chasing our tails in this people pleasing. And I think that is far more of a sacral chakra we're trying to fill a void inside of us. Okay, so we had the Five of Wands last time. And here we have the Seven of Pentacles reversed. I actually don't hate this card here, and I'm actually kind of a fan of disrupting the Seven of Pentacles energy. Seven of Pentacles, for my Capricorns and Virgos out there, I think you guys really embody this energy very, very well. This is just not happy, the kind of happy chaos that my Sagittarian brain really wants. Here, though, we are disrupting something big, and I feel like that's a crown chakra thing. Yeah, that feels right. Crown chakra in how I conceptualize my leadership paradigms. In my leadership paradigm, I make the crown chakra pink because A, it shows up better in situations like this, but also because I just identify so deeply with rose quartz. And every time I think about the crown chakra, it's always like a rose quartz crown on top of my head. So that's where that comes from. But here in my leadership paradigm, I talk a lot about leadership and strategy being the core crown chakra issues. And I think that's really notable in this card here because what we're doing is we are shaking up paradigms in really big ways. Because if you look at how this card ordinarily would sit, yeah, like it is holding everything together. It is um, bringing disparate things together into alignment. Here it's almost like you're letting loose and you're letting them go one by one by one by one. So I love how this gets played into this. So that kind of message of this is just destiny, this is where we have always been kind of moving toward, has been coming through quite a bit in the messages of divine love lately. This one, I just, I'm a big, 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 big fan of the Tower card. It is one of my absolute favorite cards in all of the tarot. And here there are three major influences going on here from the yellow here of the what I kind of view as the solar plexus, and the purple lightning, which is the awareness of the third eye. But then you also have the blues and the greens of how we communicate and how we love, and like all of this cracking and tearing apart. For the ancients here, I feel like this is actually almost like a coded message for me directly because it is the Tower card, and the Tower card just never relents when it comes to me because I teach on the Tower card. And so earlier today, I said, no one's been signing up for my Tower class. I think I just need to teach this and be done with it, so that people can move forward and then I can do like deeper workshops to actually work the thing and do a little bit more kind of counseling in that way. But here from the ancients, the tower reversed, like we cannot stop what's coming. We can't stop what's coming. We can only honor the work our ancestors did to put us here. Um, I feel like that's just such a big theme again of what's going on is that we are the outcome of our ancestors' dreams. And so if we walk into this already aware of our responsibility in that respect, then we're going to be doing just fine, frankly. All right, I'm going to do the last one because the last one really matters if you read the shadow grid at all that I put up publicly last week, or at the beginning of the week. I don't remember what day of the week it was even that I did it. Was it Monday? It may have been Monday. Oh, um, often the Nine of Swords to me talks through dreams and it talks through our nightmares. It's the nightmare card. And here the Nine of Swords can mean multiple things. It can be the end of a nightmare. It can be the, see, it wasn't that bad, or guess what? It really was as bad as you thought it was. But it's usually like we're on the tail end of it. And so that coming from our future selves, I kind of feel like it might be an indication that we are going to survive this. And last week I said brace for the fallout, but one of the last pieces of advice I gave last week in that shadow grid reading was don't create an enemy you can't defeat. And I think a lot of us have now taken that seriously. And so we are starting to see how we can crack apart these external and internal forces. And I just kind of feel like we're going to be successful. Race for success, even if the sacrifice has been too great. All right. I'm going to draw at a close here. We're going to stop the share. So thank you again. I will have these messages up tomorrow, probably by noon. I am working on them right now, but now I have to switch into Spark the Heart mode. Thank you so much, and I will see you all next week.